MGNREGA workers, civil society groups, and legal experts on January 2nd opposed the union government's decision to replace the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act with the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin Act 2025. The objections were raised at a press conference organized by the NREGA Sangharsh Morcha. The speaker said the new law converts a demand-driven right to work into a centrally controlled scheme. They said the act was passed within 72 hours without consultation and affects more than 26 crore registered workers. The panel included Kuttima Sunagar of the Haveri District Wage Workers Union, Suvarna Kuthale of Jagruta Mahila Ukuta, Advocate Clifton D. Rosario, economist Vinod Vyasulu, MKSS founder Nikhil De, Mahantesh of Grakus and MGNREGA worker Nagamma Malali. The session was moderated by Shraddha Gopal of Jagruta Mahila Ukuta, Belagavi. Kuttima Sunagar and Suvarna Kuthale said the act would weaken women's access to work and dismantle Gram Sabhas. Clifton D. Rosario said the centre would now decide the location, nature of work and wages. Vinod Vyasulu said the act would impose a severe financial burden on Karnataka due to higher state contributions. Nikhil De said the law was passed undemocratically and the claim of 125 days of employment was misleading. Mahantesh said technology-driven controls had already caused the denial of work and wages. Nagamma Malali said MGNREGA had strengthened collective action among rural workers. The speaker said the act restricts work to notified areas, caps budgets, weakens federalism, and violates Supreme Court orders on wage delay compensation. They demanded that the union government scrap the VBG Act, restore MGNREGA, and uphold federal principles.
Today, basically, all the organizations, agricultural workers' organizations, Dalit organizations have all come together. This is against the VB Gramji, the new act that the union government has brought, replacing MNREGA, that's the Rural Employment Guarantee Act. There are several reasons why we are doing it, but primarily that this completely changes the guarantees that the MNREGA was giving. Under MNREGA, workers could demand work, they could get their work, they could work in their own villages without any fear. Now the new VB Gramji Act, what this does is it makes everything, takes away all of these rights from workers. Where this act will be implemented is going to be decided by the union government. Wages are going to be decided by the union government. Types of work are going to be decided by the union government. So basically, a worker today cannot demand work anywhere in Karnataka until the union government says that it's going to apply to his village. This is something that we don't expect. Federalism doesn't work this way. This is coercive federalism. In the name of this law, what is being sought to be done is the powers of the state government, their priorities is being trampled upon, and workers, basically now the aim of this act is very simple. It's to take away work from the rural poor so that they can become a mass of migrant workers providing cheap labor in the cities. That is what the RSS and the BJP want, and we are completely against that. See, today nationwide agitations are going on. In Karnataka, we've had protests in various districts. We are appreciative that the state government has taken a stand against this. The Chief Minister has come out very strongly against this, and he's written a letter to the Prime Minister as well. But we also want the state government to call for an assembly, for an urgent assembly to discuss this, pass a resolution against it. We want the state government to also assure the people that it will not give in to this kind of bulldozing of laws, and the union government will have to withdraw it. So to that extent, there are meetings happening all across the country. Agitations are going to happen in a very big way in the coming months.
Firstly, to educate and clarify what exactly is this change that has been made. Repealing of MGNREGA is very clear. What has been brought in its place, the central government claims, is enhancing the employment guarantee to 25 days and actually increasing people's rights. It's far from the truth, so we had to show through the law where those changes are being made, and actually it's a destruction of the employment guarantee. So therefore the message from here was repeal VB Gramji, bring back MGNREGA, and across the board, whether it's unions, workers, people at panchayat levels are saying that. And it took a long struggle from people to get that law into place. And in place of that, now what we have is a top-down thrust through Parliament in 3 days, a law that basically has nobody. People who go to work on it, it doesn't have their interests, and they have not been asked, and they are angry. So it is to say to everyone, both the panchayats, the people, and the states have all their interests have been completely significantly abrogated in this. The law says that it will apply. Firstly, it completely undermines the universal guarantee. It says it will apply where the central government notifies. So we don't know where it will notify, when it will notify. Second is, it says that the central government earlier had to fund 100% of the labor component on demand, whoever demanded up to 100 days of work. Now the central government will make a normative allocation and tell the state government, you have to meet the employment guarantee needs wherever we notify. So that's the second, that's the end of the demand-based part of it. Third is the whole planning process is to fit in with their idea of Viksit Bharat and PM Gati Shakti. Whereas earlier the Gram Panchayat used to think of its own resources and its own needs, and it's based on that, its own what it would do, and it would decide the priorities. It will lose significant powers, it will lose money, and there's no guarantee that it will even have this work at all. So it is anti-Gram Panchayats, it's anti the states, because 40% is being taken from the states without asking them through a law, which cannot be done. It's a violation of Article 252 of the Constitution, 258 of the Constitution, and it is anti-people whose bargaining power has been taken away.